So this is the ANNKE C500 spotlight camera, and it uses PoE, power over Ethernet. Now if you don't know what that is, it's basically giving you your electrics as well as, transferring the information or video and audio to whatever device you're going to be using to watch it on. So hopefully, and I do say this hopefully I have a switch that has PoE, because I've got about 6 or 7 different switches and I don't even know if any of them are PoE. So we're going to be finding out in this video. So with that, let's get her open and see exactly what you get for your money and what do I need to do to make it work. Now, you can use ordinary Ethernet cable. It doesn't need to be a special type of cable. It just uses normal cable, but you will need a special switch or an upgraded version. They're not expensive, and I'm looking at one there for £31.99p, and you can probably get them cheaper than that. I just went for the first page, and that's what it was. So that'll be for your cable management to make sure water doesn't get in there and things like that. Screws and raw plugs for screwing it into the wall. Instruction: 24-hour video surveillance. Yes. Oh right. Oh, that's handy. That's it. I'm actually going to use these permanently, by the way, because these, well, apparently they're 3K. So I'm going to be swapping out my old ones and using these. A template, a drill template. That's very good. I like that. 24-hour video surveillance. I need 2. One for the front, one for the back. We might be doing another video as well. I'm hoping to get another one. User manual. Definitely need that. The actual camera itself, quite nice actually. It's better looking. Some stuff you shouldn't eat, and that's it. Yeah, it's better looking than I thought it was going to be. It didn't look that good on the actual photos that I was looking at, and I thought, yeah, it looks okay. So, but actually it looks better. So I'm going to have it up high, and it will be sort of dangled like that, and maybe, oh, it does turn and all. And maybe even at an angle like that. It's a fixed one, it doesn't move about, which is what I prefer, because you can't have your neighbour saying, oh, you're pointing that camera at me. And so, look, have a look, it's fixed. It's not pointing at no one. It's only looking at my property, no one else. But I do like that. That's a nice little touch, that. So, oh, what's this? Does that mean you can give it power as well? Or you can, look. So you've got the option, you can power it or just use Ethernet. So that's handy to know, because I didn't know that. Well, I wasn't sure. I thought you might be able to do that. But you're going to have to buy a plug for it anyway. So with that, what do you think? Oh, should I peel this off? Yeah, make sure that when you fill it up, you take this bit of plastic off. I'm assuming that comes off. I could be totally wrong here. Yeah, of course it does. And it will have built-in microphone. It has a micro SD and a micro SD reset button, or factory reset button under there. I will fit one in before I stick it up on a wall, but I want to make sure it works first, because obviously you don't want to, screw these to the wall and think, oh, it's not working. Oh my God, I've got to take it all down again and send it back. It should work. I have no reason to doubt it's not going to work, but like I said, I'm not sure if I've got a PoE switch, but I've got quite a few of them. So with that, I'm going to have a quick read of the instructions just to make sure I've got some idea of how to connect it, see what software I need, if any, and give it a little test. Right, first things first, yes, I've set it all up. I've put it outside my bedroom window, and it's looking at my back garden and my neighbour's back garden on the left hand side. I've blocked out the right hand side just for privacy purposes, because I don't think my neighbour's going to appreciate me looking in their back garden. But my other neighbour, the one on the left hand side, is my sister-in-law, and I've told her, I said, look, if you don't want me to film anything, I'll block it out. But I don't think she's bothered, because she hasn't said nothing, and it gives her peace of mind, because I'm watching that, or my camera is watching that, not only for my back garden but for her back garden as well. Now the software, I'm going to go through a little bit of the software. I don't know a lot about this software. The software, you will definitely need this bit of software for it to work. I think there's another brand as well that you could actually use, but I've got this one, and you can get it from their website. It's in the book. So if you look in the book, you go to, what's it called? ANNKE? ANNKE, I don't know, ANNKE. If you go to the website, go to the centre, and there's a download section there. You can download the actual app, this app, or you can just do what I've done, which is Google it. Now, what do you think? Quality of video, I thought was pretty good. Yeah, it is 3K, remember that. So it's 3K, it looks nice and clear. You can see everything that's going on, which is what you want. And I do believe there is a zoom in option on this bit of software as well. I haven't played about that neither, but I did put in this block, which I was quite proud of, because it did take me a little while to figure out how to do it. Now, come out of there a minute. I've got a video here that I've saved for now. This is when I was first setting it up, so I'm going to quickly play it. Right, you should see a cat come up. There he goes. See that? Shoot off down there. Now, because it's gone into my neighbours on the right and it's their cat, I thought, well, that's inappropriate. I need to block that. That's when I learned how to do that. Took me a little while, like I said, to figure it out, but I got there in the end. Now, this software is called SADP, and you can get it from their website. Just Google it. Download it. You will need to set it up. You will need to put in a password. You know, you will need to add an account and things like that. But once you've done it, and by the way, before you do all this, make sure you've got your camera up and running first, because it makes life a lot more easier for you. Because when you start this up, if you haven't installed your camera, it's not going to find nothing. And then you're going to be figuring out, well, why isn't it showing it? It's all set up now, because you're going to have to shut it down and restart it. So you need to download this, do your registration, everything you need to do, put in a password, and don't forget your password neither, because I did. I had to redo it again, put another password in. So set it up, and what it does, or what it allows you to do, is find the IP4 address which you need, which is this one here. So mine is 192.168.0.87. Now you need to remember that, whatever one it is for you. I don't know how to set it up for my mobile phone yet, because I haven't, like I said, I haven't used this software before, so I'm not sure how to do it. I will watch a video, unless someone tells me about somewhere else where I can watch a video on how to do that bit. But I've had a little practice and it hasn't worked for me yet, but I know you can do it. So once you've done that and you've got your IP4 address, get your web browser up, like this little baby. I'm going to close that one down. And then type in my case, 192.168.0.87, and then just press enter. Now it comes up like that. Need to enter your user and password, which is admin, and I'm not telling you my password. Give it a couple of seconds, comes like that, and voila. Now, for the first time, it won't come up like that. You need to download this download plugin, this little thing up there. Click on that, download it, install it, run it, and then after you've done that, it should just pop up. I had to do that to get it to work. Now, I put a block in there so I can't see into my neighbour's garden. The only thing wrong with this block is you can't adjust the angle. It's either, you can change the shape of it. It can only be square or long or short or wide, things like that. You can't actually change the actual shape of it, which would have been nice, because I would have liked to have turned it, unless it's a setting I don't know about as yet. So we have live view, which is what you're watching now. What do you think about the quality? I think it's nice and clear. It's 3K apparently, and yeah, it looks nice and clear. There's not a lot of wind about at the moment, not a lot of blowing about, but that is a live view. We have playback mode. Now on the playback, I haven't really messed about with the playback mode, and if you scroll this back or forwards and look for the red marks like this, there's a red mark there, put it on there and it should play something for you. There you go. Now this is between 2:37, and I do believe that was today. Yeah, and you can select what dates and things like that. Like I said, it's not going to be a full tutorial. I just want to go through some of the features. Now pictures, I haven't made any pictures whatsoever. Can't see the point. I just want cameras. I can see the point if you're taking a picture from the actual video. I said camera, didn't I can't see the point because I'd rather just do playback on video, and that's the idea of it. But should you need to take a picture, you will find them in here. And configuration. Now the configuration is quite detailed actually. There's quite a lot to go through, and there's not a lot of information about how to do it unless you look on YouTube. There's a lot of people showing you how to set it all up and how to go through all this, which I did have a look at some of it, but didn't go into fine detail about it. That is it. Yeah, it works really well. Software is a little bit complicated, especially if it's your first time on setting it up, but once you set it up, it's easy. See, got that. It's looking at me washing, so it's keeping an eye on it, making sure it doesn't rain. So with that, let me know in the comments what you think, whether you're thinking about buying one or you think, oh, it's too complicated, I don't know what I'm doing, Yorkie. Yeah, I was the same. I thought, well, the software's a bit complicated, but just take your time, be patient, get the camera set up first. I would recommend you don't install the camera in a position first, and make sure you've got, say like for me, what I've done, I had the camera on the table, make sure it's all working. Then I set up the software and got that all working. Then I put it up in the bedroom. Now that was quite interesting on its own, because what I've done is I use, you know, one of them power adapters that runs Ethernet through your power. Well, I've got one of them, so I've got one down here and one in my bedroom, and I'll run an Ethernet from now into the camera. But it's also a little bit more complicated than that, because you need PoE. So it comes out of the power thing, the cable comes out of there, goes into my PoE switch, and then from my PoE switch into my camera. Yeah? Sounds complicated. It is and it isn't. It did take me a little while to figure out the best way of doing it, and that's what I could come up with at this time. But I'm going to change it at a later date. And we have another camera as well, so I'll be doing another video on another camera by the same company. So keep an eye out for that one. So with that, yeah, I like it, I'm pleased with it. I'm keeping the camera, by the way, and I fixed it to the wall, and yeah, definitely works, does everything I want it to do. Like I say, I would like to rearrange that block so I'm not looking at any of my neighbour's garden whatsoever, but at the moment I can only do it like that. So with that, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you didn't, give me a thumbs down, and please subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.